everybody. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are waiting on our interviewee. Oh, I see it. Hold on. Right.
Brother, man,
All right. What's going on,
how
brother?
you doing, man? How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm blessed, bro. All
That's
I can do
good.
is say blessed. How are you, man?
I'm over here, trying to be creative, being productive, and all that good stuff. So I am good. So for everybody that is just tuning in, my name is Q Jackson. I am the brand managing lifestyle editor of the Quintessential Gentleman. And today we are talking about how to survive a pandemic being a black-owned small business. And today we're here with our guy, Archie of Brims.
How
So,
you
Archie,
doing?
first, tell us a little bit about Brims for those who may not have caught that amazing interview we did
You
a
know,
few
man,
months back.
shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Lamont, man. Shout out to the whole team. Keep it straight and simple, man. We are a luxury fedora hat company, man. We just want to provide confidence to our family. We consider our consumers our family at the end of the day. So we are in a position now where we're creating more product during this time, just to be ready when we come out of this, whenever we come out of this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around since 2016. We launched our company officially in 2017. March was our 3-year anniversary. So we're just trying to move, man. This is was supposed to be will be one of our biggest years. But going into next year, we just planning everything for next year because, like I said, we don't know what's going on this
Mm-hmm.
year as far as like how we're going to move. But I think it's more about just being planning accordingly, you know.
So, as we all know, social distancing has been a major thing. Quarantine has been a major thing. So, for you guys as a black-owned business, how do you survive during a crisis like this?
Honestly, man, I think just keep God first. I think that's the first and foremost thing. The first thing you need to do is keep God first. I think that it's a lot of uncertainty right now. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. We can listen to what's going on the news and be very aware of what's going on, but
Mm-hmm.
it's all in the air right now, honestly. You know, so
Literally.
I'll be honest with you. I honestly took it seriously. To be very, this is being very transparent. I didn't take it seriously until we lost our manufacturer. That's when I was like, oh, this is serious. You know what I'm saying? So now it's hitting us harder than what I thought it would. I mean, because the end of it is like, things are serious, but it don't really hit you till something happens close to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think honestly, just keep God first, man, and stay mental. I think that's the most important thing right there is having a mental foundation because a lot of people gonna go crazy, but you gotta have your friends and your family around you that help you. My mom checks on me every day.
Okay.
My girl is checking on me every day. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have people around you because at the end of the day, like these are times where people can have mental breakdowns because not having product, losing business, and losing customers, it's all happening right now. So people have to stay motivated. And a lot of
Right.
people don't have people in their corner and in their circle to help them stay motivated. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most important is make sure you have a foundation right now. I think that's the most important thing. Don't be worried about selling, don't worry about sales, like worry about your mental first. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing to me, in my opinion.
So, with that being said about the foundation piece, your partner, Taj,
Yeah, correct.
what have you guys kind of discussed during this time to kind of keep your foundation as a business, as a team, as a duo, solid
I'm
during
be
this
honest
time?
with you. I'm be honest with you. I'm be very honest with you. I mean, I think honestly, it's helped us because
Okay.
now we're realizing what we're missing within the business because now we have to be very creative, right? And now we're being very open and transparent. Not saying we were before, but now we're being very open and transparent now. Like we're having very very in-depth conversation about the future, right? And the thing about it is like my mindset right now is all about long term. Like how do we stay long term and how do we sustain? Right? At the end of the day, if you can make it out of this crisis right now, you're gonna be good for the next 10 plus years, right? But the
When we
same,
make it out of this crisis.
when we make it
Yes,
out of this
yes, because we're gonna
crisis,
make it out.
we're gonna make it out. We're gonna make it out. But I think, man, it's just we have a great relationship, man. Honestly, this time right here is making us closer because we have to be innovative. Like we can't sit on our ass. Like we cannot sit on our ass. Even though I may be sitting on my ass right now having this conversation, but we have to be figuring out ways and figuring out things to do to help us progress at the end of the day. I think that's the most important thing. Like, like right now it's all about creativity. It's
Absolutely.
about creativity and innovation right now. Like how do you, and these are the times for us small businesses, these are the times where we can take over the market share for these bigger businesses. You know what I'm saying? Because like unfortunately, the bigger businesses have closed. They don't have any retail placement right now, things of that nature. But now they never had a strong e-commerce strategy, right? So it's like that's what we do. So how do we enhance that? You know what I'm saying? So it's just you have to open up your mind on this time period to be very, very, very creative and intentional on how you move.
So with that being said, having the whole e-commerce background versus stores and things like that, what has changed in your process as a business owner?
Whew, man. So I think honestly, man, I like to be very transparent. Like we built this brand off of family, right?
Okay.
And I want people to understand that we're in the trenches just like you guys are. Like nothing's easy, nothing is simple over here, right? It may seem like it's simple via Instagram or via social media, but at the end of the day, things are very, very, very tough right now, right? But that doesn't mean that that's a negative thing. Tough times make you stronger at the end of the day. But I think that for us, it's thinking outside the box, right? So, for example, like we lost our manufacturer, right? So, as everybody knows, if you know our brand, we are a luxury fedora hat company. Our fedoras are our main product, right? We don't have any fedoras right now. We won't have them until maybe hopefully at the end of the month, right? So for us, when it first happened, it hit us very hard. It was like, dang, like that's our main product. So how are we going to survive? Honestly, how are we going to survive? Because our margins for our hats are good margins. So it's just like they bring in the bulk of our sales,
Mhm.
right? We drop the baseball caps, we drop the hoodies, but that's like limited edition type energy. Like we don't do that consistently, right? So in my head, I was just like I think we made a mistake in some form of fashion. Some people may not call it a mistake. For me, I'm very, 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 very like hard on my brand and hard on myself. And I told myself, I was like, man, we should have focused on all aspects of our product, right? And what I mean when I say that is that put the same energy you put on fedora hats, then we put on my baseball caps. The same energy you put on baseball caps and our hoodies. Same thing we put in our collaboration, things of that nature, right? So I think this situation has opened my eyes to understand that everything matters. It doesn't matter what the product is or what the content is, everything matters, right? So for me, I thought I was in the bed one time. I'd be up to like 4 o'clock now for some odd reason. I don't know why. I'd be up to 4 o'clock.
No point in sleeping on the schedule.
I'll be up to 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, I was like, what innovative way can we create content but give back at the same time, right? So I thought about this idea. It's called Brim Up, and basically it's a conversation um, with dope people to inspire and help you keep your head up. And I realized that during these times, like we need people to motivate us, right?
Absolutely.
And we need to see positive motivation, but we need to see people that are going through the same thing that we're going through, right? And I think there are a lot of people that have brands and have their creators that are going through times where their mental is down. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time. I told my girl yesterday, I was just like, I don't feel like doing anything today. It's nothing wrong with that. Like it's nothing wrong with waking up and not feeling good. As long as you have that turnaround piece. Like you can't just wake up and not feel good and then not want to do things for the whole entire day. That's not healthy. But I think that it's okay to wake up and feel down about this situation because at the end of the day we're human. Like we can't be so goal driven all the time because that can fuck up your mental too. You know what I'm saying? Be so goal driven on what you want to do and forget about your own personal well being. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll talk to
Right.
my LBs of like we call it the wellness check. Like what's your wellness? Like how's your wellness looking? You know what I'm saying? So for us, man, like we're in a position where we're creating content. We're about to launch our Brim Up conversation this Wednesday.
Okay.
And we plan to make this a consistent thing where when we get out of this, we want to turn it into a TV show, right? Where we're bringing on dope creatives, we're bringing on dope, and it's not just fashion; it's everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's dope black people that are doing amazing things in the community and just in their industries in general. And that's what I'm all about. I've realized that my passion is not just for doors, but it's helping people and helping inspire people in the same piece.
So when do we get our invite to be on
You
Brim?
come
I
on
mean, we
now.
should have got
Come
that
on
like
now.
last week.
I got it. You already know I got y'all. It's on
I
top
appreciate that.
all day.
So, is there anything that you would have done differently if you would have known this was coming, like business wise?
Honestly, it's funny that you say that because I didn't think that we'll get hit in the States like this. Right.
Yeah.
So I remember, like, so we have different manufacturers. So we're American made, but our fedoras are American made. Like our fedoras are handmade in America, right? But
Okay.
when we get our baseball caps and the little small essential products, they're overseas, right? So it our overseas was down, which is cool. Like I was telling you, we weren't focused on that. It was like, all right, cool. That's not the big bulk of our sales. All right, cool. We can deal with that. But when it flipped, I said, oh man, okay, we this is serious now, right? And I'm just like, oh, like how can we make this better than what it is? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like times like this make you stronger at the end of the day. Times like this make you stronger. And I think that these are times where you can be very intentional. And honestly, these are the times are the best times to really
Intentional.
be
Yes.
very intentional, but these are the best times to really like reach out to people and have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like these are sometimes the best time because like everybody's in their room, everybody's in the crib. You know, send them a DM, send them an email. They ain't got nothing to do to check the emails. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't checking their emails. You shame on you. If you ain't checking your emails and you're not responding back to people, shame on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I
Your
think that
email should be at zero by the end of every single
it's
day. There's no use
no
of you having.
reason why you're not responding back to people. You're missing out on
This should
business.
be, for most people, this should be one of the most productive times of their life. Like me personally, I feel that mentally, I'm like the clearest I've been in such a long time.
That's
And
a
it's
blessing though. That's good.
like it was something that I was not expecting. You know, when you go for so long doing so many things, because quite a few of us nowadays we have our hands in so many different things. From
Exactly.
if you have a 9 to 5 job, if you have this passion, that passion, you have so many things going on. But
Hmm.
it's like now we don't have to go out. We don't, in a way, have to compete like we once were. So it's given a lot of us that time to just sit back, recreate. So for me, I've reconnected with parts of myself that I felt like I've kind of lost. So
Hmm.
like I'm good. Like at the age of 33, I am finally stress free.
Ain't
I don't
nothing
know
wrong
how
with
long
that.
it's gonna last, but I'm there. And social media has been an amazing thing in times like this. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you have TikTok. Everybody's doing the TikTok challenges and things like that. So for you guys, how important has social media been during a time like this?
It's very important, man. 'Cause I think it goes back into staying engaged. I think, like I said, our customers are our family. Is our family at the end of the
Yeah.
day, right? So we want them to understand that we're with you in this time of crisis. Like now, our emails consist of, hey, this is how you please wash your hands. Please do social distancing. Please stay home. Like, please do these things so that we can get out of this, right? I think that now is just utilizing this time to really like engage. Like that's why having these conversations with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like having conversations with dope people are doing the same thing and trying to do the same thing as far as like engaging and things of that nature. So I think social media is very important. I think you have to be very sensitive when it comes to how you market. That's the most important thing. Like I really hate when people are just marketing like there's nothing's going on right now. Like I think that's very insensitive in my opinion, right? And at the end of the day, it's like if you focus on people and your family
Mm-hmm.
base, it's gonna come back folds when we get back to the sales period. When we get back to selling product, because then they realizing like, hey, they care. Like they wasn't even focused on sales. Like we're about to drop these baseball caps, but what we're gonna do is a percentage of it's going to
Do that again so we can see
no,
that.
don't do nothing crazy with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nothing crazy with them. No,
So do
we
those come in different colors?
yeah.
What's
So we
going on?
have a khaki, a navy, and this black one. So we'll be dropping them soon. We'll get some content for them this week. But we plan to donate to a local hospital and hopefully partner with somebody that we're working on right now. I can't mention their name just yet until we confirm.
Okay.
But giving back, and so if it's something small, like at the end of the day, it's like we want to do what we can as much as we can within this time period that we have right now. So I think social media is a very important. I think we all know that everybody's doing lives right now. There's nothing wrong with it. I think
Right.
the live game is what it is. It's crazy that during this time period, I swiped through it. I got like 15 lives.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
everybody's
But
going live. Right.
everybody's going live. But I think what makes it more dope is that people are trying to give some type of substance
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day. Because people are looking to get answers, looking to just listen, looking to inspire someone, and whatever it may be. Like people are just looking to listen and learn as much as possible.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that this whole thing has kind of changed how you guys interact with your customers. So what was the interaction process before, and what did you learn during this process that affected how you guys are now interacting with your customers?
Honestly, I don't think when I say that, I don't think it was so much of a difference, but I think
Mm-hmm.
we realized that people really love our brand,
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the most important. Cause I'll be honest, like, I'll be very transparent. Any of my customers out there, when we found out that we didn't have our pre-orders weren't coming in, I was very upset because it was a lot of things going through my head. It's like, dang, like I hope they
Mm-hmm.
don't look at us differently. I hope they don't think we're trying to take their money. I don't want any negative thing to come to our brand from that. And I sent out an email and I was just like, it's crazy because it's like it's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do until the governor of Pennsylvania says all non-essential business are back from open. It's nothing I can do. Like I can't do nothing. So for me, I like to have some type of control, and I think that was the hardest thing for me. I didn't have control. Like, I can't have control. I don't have any control of the situation when it comes, and any of my customers, I want y'all to know, like we're still working with our manufacturer to see what can we do, because it's crazy. Like the hats were made
And they're just sitting
and
there.
they're just sitting. They're sitting. They're protected. But what happened was the governor shut them down before they sent the hats out. Like they were on the way to be sent out,
I
but
mean, do we need to make a road trip to Pennsylvania real quick and pick
we
up the
can't.
product and
We
get back?
can't go. They closed. I wish we.
Oh, they
I
closed the
asked.
borders.
They
Oh
closed.
no.
They closed everything. You can't even go in there. You can't do none of that. Right. So that was my main concern, man. I'm very very. I have a customer service background. Like I worked in HR, retail, so I understand the importance. I understand the perception of how people think. Right. And you never want people to think badly of your business at the end of the day. I never want that. Right. So I told people that you can give me a call if you have any questions. Like things we were doing before, we just enhanced it. 'Cause I want to double ensure them like we're not scamming you, we're not doing trying to do anything. Like
Right.
we literally just can't get the product. Like we want to get you this hat because if you have the hat, then you're showcasing it. You're showing your parents, you're showing everything. Like you're doing what you can to support the brand by just wearing a hat. But that was like my biggest like I really was hurt because I couldn't do nothing. Like it was nothing I can do to get this product to my customers that have already paid. So with that, like we sent 10% out to some of our customers like through emails that they
Mm.
can use. They can use anytime they want to, additional to whatever they may have already. We're going to be donating to as well. So like any product we're dropping throughout the year, it's going to be donating. We're going to be donating a percentage of it. So we want them to know that we're not just trying to sell, but at the same time, it's like we are a small business and we that's how we eat.
Yeah. And I mean, people, given the times and the fact that everybody is affected by this from big to small, I mean, they have to understand what's
Yeah.
going on. Of course, you guys have been, reputable for the last 4 years, so what, why would you guys change that? And since you guys are a direct to consumer company, has anything I
My
thought you went
bad.
out for
Somebody
a
called
minute.
me.
Must told him that 12 to 12:30, you're busy. So, how has your business model changed due to coronavirus?
Um, I mean, it's changing manner because we ain't got no fedoras, but but I think what we're doing is being very intentional. So we got a collab coming out in the summertime, which is dope brand that we're working on. So we're basically enhancing. So we're adding pieces, right? So we're gonna do a couple hoodie drops, a couple baseball drops. We're gonna work with this guy, potential, do some leather good accessories as well. And we're really gonna tap into things we've been wanting to do basically, honestly.
Okay.
We knew from the jump that we wanted to be a fedora accessory company. And what I mean that is we want to be we are a fedora hat company, but we want to be different. Like we want you to be able to walk into our or go online and be able to select the fedora. If you want to have some outerwear, you may be able to get a jacket. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to get some leather goods. You know what I mean? So it's like we want to be accessible to different people based on their style. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it's like I may wear a baseball cap one day. I may want to wear a fedora another day. You know what I mean? I may want to wear a jean jacket with a hoodie. I may want to wear a long coat with a hoodie under it and a
Mm-hmm.
fedora. You know what I'm saying? So I think for us, it's enhanced our business model because now we're adding layers to how we want to be successful at the end of the day. I think I'm kind of grateful for this because it's made me realize that there's so much we need to work on, even though we've done so well. But I think it's stuff, it's something that we need to work on. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I think these are the times to really assess your business and kind of dive in from like an e-commerce side. Like I was working on a website all day and things. I was like, damn, I missed this. If we did,
Mm-hmm.
if this wouldn't have happened, would I have caught this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
simple things that we're enhancing to make things better at the end of the day. You know.
So, making the best of this time. So, have you guys taken advantage of any of the small business relief loans or grant? Good question, Archie.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be very transparent on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we've done a couple grants.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out about the grants next week.
Okay.
The only thing I'm concerned is I have been thinking about doing a loan. But I'm just trying to see because my concern is that it makes sense, right? But people have to realize that when you get this loan, you got to pay it back, right? Of
Right.
course, right? So it's like we get the loan, right? And we don't know when it's gonna let up, right? It can be the summer. We don't know, right? I don't want to push it too far. We want to be as close as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know when it's gonna let up. So if I get the loan now, within 6 months, I gotta start paying it back, but it's still recurring interest on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for us, it's just like being very conscious about how we move and being very intentional because even though they're giving us great money and these great things, you still gotta be smart about it. Because in the day, it's like you may not need it right at this moment. Like if you can get a couple grants that are like 10 bands, you know what I'm saying? Like that can potentially hold you over loads you're kind of selling and scaling the product you are dropping right now, right? So we're still
10,
thinking of
hold up,
10
real quick.
bands.
10,
Sorry.
10 bands, guys. That's $10,000 for those of you who may or may not know that type of terminology.
10 bands.
Right.
No, 10 bands. But no, I think we probably did about we have um applied for at least about 50,000 in grants
Okay.
thus far. Um so we'll see how things go. I think that if you are I was talking to my line brother's dad is like one of the dopest entrepreneurs out there. Like he owns like 10 restaurants in the airport and he owns
Wow.
the Jew joint. The Jew joint, I'm sure you're familiar with
Oh,
that.
okay.
So I was talking to him, just getting advice about him. He basically told me like these are the times where you make the biggest risk, right? And this is how you gain more capital because you have to realize that all businesses are going through this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of businesses are going to fail, unfortunately.
Right.
That's the sad thing about it. A lot of businesses are going to fail, but I think if you're one of business that you don't know what's going on, I advise you to really take a step back and just think,
Right.
right? How can, and the good thing about us is I've been thinking about the recession thing for a minute, right?
Before it
And
occurred.
before the curve, I've been thinking about recession for a second,
Okay,
right? And
pre-planning.
I realized that, to be very transparent, last year we did about $50,000 in sales, right?
Okay. Not now.
This,
Is that good
well,
or because I
let
was
me
about
tell
to
you,
congratulate you?
it's good. It's okay. It's okay. We only
Okay.
dropped like two hats last year,
Oh, oh, so that
right?
is good. So
It's
yeah,
it's it's cool.
congratulations.
It's cool. It's cool. But we were supposed to do 500 this year, a
The
half
year
a
ain't over.
million. So it's crazy though that I'm looking at this like, dang, we got to catch. We're gonna catch like a $300,000 loss for sure. But it's not bad because we went from 50,000 last year to 2,000 this year, 200K this year, right?
Mhm.
So it's still a win for us at the same time because we were scaling, we were dropping way more product this year. We were planning like we
Right.
before. But matter of fact, we had four hats in the pipeline that was about to go like this. They're about to come like this, like go crazy.
Mhm.
We're about to go crazy. I'm trying to tell you, we're about to go crazy. But it's all good because at the end of the day, we still can't win because we only did $50,000 last year. So if I go to an investor and say, hey, what were your sales last year? What was your sales in year two? Oh, we did 50,000. What was your sales in year three? Oh, we did 200K. But oh, you still had a major increase
Right.
within your sales. So right. But for me, it's like I'm trying to scale. Like I'm trying to really scale. And for our product, we can scale quicker because we don't have to drop so much. Right. But now I think for us, it's just like now we can backtrack. I say, okay, cool. If we focus the same intention in everything that we do, we can really make a lot of things shape. And I think the
Mhm.
thing about us is that when we get out of this, we know we're gonna go into recession. That's just gonna happen. We're gonna go from this recession. It's gonna be it ain't no end game right now. It's just get out the crisis to go into another crisis, but it's a money crisis.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is our customer base, majority of them are probably still working, right? And probably going to continue to still be working, right? And I think for us, it's just like we haven't scaled so much where it's going to affect us. Like we can do, let's say for example, we can do 4,000 hats
Mhm.
and still make $500,000. You know what I'm saying? 4,000 hats within the world is nothing. If we could sell 150 hats, 200 hats a month, or 400 hats a month, we're good. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, it's just like God works in mysterious ways, right? And I think a lot of times people have these conversations with us, and I talk to investors all the time and about what we did our first year. Like our first year, we only did like $20,000 in sales, right? And it's like, why you don't do so much? Because we were testing the market. Like we didn't want to drop so much product all at once, right? And it's like, oh, you should have dropped more. It's like, will you be saying that now? Because now we're recession. We've in some form of fashion, we're recession proof because we've set the standards now, right? And
Mhm.
we've been able to control our narrative of how we drop our own product, right? And all we have to do is we may have to invest more monies and more dollars into marketing to enhance our marketing and hit more people, but we could still do the same numbers and still be good.
So since people are stuck in the house and aren't really going out, do you guys see people still purchasing product?
I think so. I think, like I said, I think our customer base, they're still working from home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think like our customer base, they're like from 28 to 40, right? They're still corporate jobs, fashionists, like they're still working in the jobs, working from home, things of that nature. So I think that for us, like I think customers will still be buying. And then I
Mhm.
think plus we're adding the added value to it, like we're actually giving back at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think for us, it's just like, what can we do to ensure, like, hey, guys, please still support us. But while you're supporting us, we're supporting people too as well.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
good. So
saying?
I
I think
commend
that's,
you guys on that. So congratulations on that. Now, one thing that I want to know, if you guys have been paying attention to Brim's social media page, they are very intentional, and they're really good when it comes to creating content for the marketing piece of the company. So what kind of content have you guys started creating being in the house for, when you guys push out what's coming next?
Man, we working on that. I got my photographer to come pick us a product now. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that we're still figuring out. Because the thing for me, me and my business partner, we don't like to be trendy.
You don't like to be
trendy.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right. So when it comes to like a lot, everybody's doing the don't rush challenge and things of that nature. So that's why we did something different. That's why I was telling you, like, we did the Brim Up. So we're gonna be doing like 3 conversations a week with dope individuals. So we have the first week we got one of my good friends. Her name is Dion. She has the thing called Retail New York. We're doing a conversation with her on Wednesday, and then we got the homie Bristro. He's a fashion stylist in New York. So getting his perspective of like what's going on in New York, why he's trying to be creative. They've guided him the hardest. So I think that's what I'm focused on right now, is utilizing that platform to help grow our business and grow our following, right? But then again, it's just like kind of figuring out creative ways to do marketing within. But I'm gonna be very transparent. Like, we don't like to just drop just anything, right? Just for the sake of it, right? I think that everything for us has to still be intentional, even during this time period where we're in the crib and we're in the house. Like, so I was talking to Ty a couple days ago. I was telling him, like, these are the times where we need to be very creative, but also be very intentional at the same time. Just because everybody else is doing these challenges, things of that nature, doesn't mean that you have to do it. You have to find your own lane, right? And I think that for us, we have to stick by that, right? We have to stick by us. Like, we've created our own lane. Like, I've realized, like, even though we want to be the main fedora hat company, we don't want to compete with Growing Brothers, right? We want to create our own narrative for what we do, because we're not going to be a typical hat company. Like we have hoodies like this. Like, come on now, like,
Right.
Growing Brothers ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we're creating our own lane for our customer base and our family at the end of the day. So I think that's the most important thing for us, is just like, for any brand, man, like, sometimes you get caught up in trying to be your competitor. But only thing you need to do is just pay attention to what they're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to do what they're doing. Just pay attention to them and respect the fact that they have that market share, right? And I think if you respect the fact that they have the market share, but do your own thing, you'll kill it, because at the end of the day, you're respecting that they have it. That's the most important thing to me, is respecting that they have it. Even all these other hat companies that maybe come out the woodwork. Respect. Hey, you took the time to actually create a business. I respect you. But doesn't mean that you're fucking with us, right? So it's just a humble perception, like, at the end of the day, because a lot of times it's like, people do it all the time, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, like, Gucci don't care about Louis Vuitton, right? Louis Vuitton don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? It's all friendly business and friendly competition. But for me, it's like, it's all game, man. It's all these times like this. I live for times like this, bro. I've been through a lot since the business. I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And me and Taj have been through a lot when it comes to like the growth for the business. But God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I look at in that light. It's like, God is not giving me anything that I can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Because when we make it out of this, rather than doing 5 mil, we're gonna do 10 mil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you gotta have that mindset of like how you want it to be. And I'm really big on, not really, I'm kind of just getting into this manifestation type of shit. Manifesting these things that may be coming to you in light and coming to you in wherever it may be. I think all these things happen for a reason. Like, guys, like, yo, I need to relax and chill. Like, take a breather. It's not just about just making money all the time. Because what we gonna spend the money on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a check, but what I'm gonna go buy? I'm scared to buy something on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You better, if you buy, you better spray it down.
I mean, yeah, before you let it in the house, absolutely.
You know what I'm just saying? Like, this takes me back to Anthrax. Remember Anthrax? When people were like, "Oh, you can't open that
when it was
mail.
coming in the mail, yeah.
You can't open that mail." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't open that mail. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But I think times like this, man, it's definitely a negative side to it. but it's a positive side. It's a positive side to it at the same time, man. I think for anybody that's a small business, man, please utilize this time. Like I know everybody's been talking about you need to be creating, you need to be creating, you need to be creating, you need to be making new stuff. I was that way in the beginning, but then I realized that I may wake up one day I don't feel like doing shit.
Yeah.
And you may wake up one day and say, hey, I need to relax. Because at the end of the day, God's not telling you to work harder. He's telling you to work smarter. You know what I'm saying? He's telling you to work
Be
smarter
prepared.
and be prepared, but also focus on people around you. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not I tell people all the time, like this business is bigger than us. You know what I'm
It's
saying? This
allowing you to get back to a simpler time in
exactly.
life that you may have
Exactly.
missed while you were out here, chasing success or
Cause I know
fame.
I've been moving so when before this happened, I was moving so fast. I was throwing parties. I was doing my business consulting. I was doing the brand. I was moving. I had just got back from Colombia before this happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I went to South Africa, Colombia, New York, Chicago within the last 2 months before this happened. So like for me, it's like slow down, relax, enjoy the time, enjoy my family. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the things that matter the most. Because now I'm missing all this. Like I can't go see my mom because I don't want to put her in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't go see my best friend's a little baby because I don't want to put her in jeopardy. I gotta look at her on Instagram like, dang, you know what I'm saying? But it just
Yeah.
makes you appreciate things more. And I think I'm appreciating things more. I'm appreciating my business more, right? And I'm
Hmm.
appreciating people. I'm appreciating these relationships, like this relation we have. I'm appreciating all this more because at the end of the day, it's like we got. Shout out to
Absolutely.
TGS.
And if we can't do it, then nobody can. So,
Exactly.
for everybody that just tuned in, if you guys are just tuning in and may not have gotten the beginning of the video, we're here with Archie of Brims, and we're talking about how to survive the pandemic as a small black-owned business. Well, you guys aren't really like super small, but black-owned business. What is some advice in a time like this that you would give to those aspiring entrepreneurs that are paying attention to the live right now?
So I'll split it up. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur and maybe you're working a corporate job and you're trying to figure
Mm,
things out during this time period, I think just write it down, right? I think of course, like I said, we've been talking about like people tell you to work, 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 but I do think these are times where you really focus on what you really want to do, right?
yeah,
You may not come out like with an actual plan, but at least if the thought is there, I think that's the biggest thing because people got to realize it takes a lot to get the courage to want to start something. I think and I've been I've been someone that's always talking about like you need to go get it, you need to work, and I realize like it's some people don't. Some people it's harder for some people. You have to realize that, right? So for someone that's afraid to take that leap of faith, like I think start by just planning it out first and foremost, right? Figure out what you really want to do, pray about it, just sit on it, like really figure out what you want to do. I talk to my mom all the time, like she's one of the ones where it's like my mom was like, it happens when it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like da 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 da. I'm like, if you don't do it, please. But I realized that dealing with my mom is she is a stylist and she's a fitness instructor. And I,
Oh, I think I met your
you
mother.
know, y'all know
Yes,
muscle
yeah,
mom. You know,
man.
everybody
I
know
like
muscle
this
mom.
mother. Got a lot of personality
A
and
lot of
style.
personality.
Yeah.
So me dealing with her made me realize that everybody works at their own pace, but
Hmm.
you have to still give 100% and don't let that affect your overall mindset, right? I do think people do work at their own space, but I think that you can control that at the same time. I think you could tell yourself how much you can do more, right? I can do more. Now,
Hmm.
for the small businesses that do have current businesses right now and they're trying to figure
Hmm.
things out, um, I think, like I said, I think just think about what your structure. Think about how you're going to help, right? How can you help? And it might not be monetary. It might not be. It could be anything. You don't have to be financial. It could
Hmm.
be you just posting more stuff about what's going on, right? Giving more awareness. Because people can be some people. It'll be surprised. A lot of people don't know what's going on. Like a lot of people don't know what's
In
going
terms of
on.
what?
like this corona, like how serious it is. Because if that's the case, people will be at home. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
people don't. I feel like now we're getting to the point where people are really taking it seriously. But a week ago, people aren't taking it seriously. Like people were still out and about and making moves. I think that's the first thing. Like build awareness on what's going on and how important it is to. Because at the end of the day, it's like if people don't go home, your business will not open back up. I ain't gonna lie, that be pissing me off because now it's like you're not just affecting people's health, you're affecting people's
People's
livelihood.
livelihood.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because like just think
True.
about all the restaurants that are closed in the city right now, and all the bartenders and the waitresses, like they're not getting paid, they're not
Yeah.
eating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's bigger than us. Like we need to realize like people are not getting paid. Like stay, like I said, stay your ass home.
Right.
Stay your ass home. Like this shit is serious, man. I hate that this happening, but I think, like I said, I hate that it's happening. But I think things happen for a reason, and I think that we must take this shit seriously. And I think if you
Yeah.
are a small business doing things, be creative, create as much as possible, put a plan in play. What we're doing, we planning out all next year's hats. Everything
Okay.
will be everything will be done. By the time we get out of this, we won't have to worry about nothing. Every hat will be created throughout. We may come out with a, you know how sneakers do like the sneaker release. They
Mm.
have all the hats on. They have all the sneakers. We may just drop that for y'all to be in the.
Hold on. In the meantime, shout out to Bevel, for the good products that they, provided us with. Because I've been
Oh,
keeping
no.
myself together. I'm not bad like everybody else, but I'm gonna go to the barbershop. I'm gonna come home, take a shower, get dressed, take a nap.
Wait, take a nap.
I'm just playing.
I'm about to say all the
I
naps you
promise you,
don't
I'm
probably.
going to eat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go somewhere and eat. I have cooked so much. I am tired of grocery store food.
What you been cooking though?
Everything. Yesterday was taco night.
We
The
got
night
taco
before
night.
that, what
Ooh.
did I have? Like some shrimp, some little seafood situation going on, and it continues. I don't know what
Look, look,
I'm
look,
cooking
look.
tonight.
We made chicken tenders yesterday, and
Chicken
we
who?
had chicken tenders, and we
Okay.
had some mac and cheese, and we had some what we had? Oh, sweet potato. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do next week though. I'm about to make some sweet potato pie.
You ever made them before?
I haven't, but we about to try it.
Uh-oh. Make sure you let us know how that goes.
But I'm
Shout
trying
out
to tell
to
you,
everybody that is out there being creative during a time like this. The one word that's been good and used today that needs to be used again. Shout out to everybody that's being
that's
intentional
what I'm talking about.
with
Be
this
intentional.
time. Archie, if there's anything you could leave us with, what would that be?
Um, so this is one thing. So this is a little backstory before we leave. My dad had a mental breakdown when I was younger, right? So for
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm really big on just making sure I'm checking in on people, right? And making sure people are okay. So I think the most important thing is check on your friend's mental being, right?
Yeah.
Um, call your mom. My mom called me 3 times a day. Do I get tired of her? Yes, but I'm grateful that she's calling me 3 times a
Yeah.
day. Check on your sisters and brothers. Check on people that you don't talk. Check on family members that you haven't talked to, right? And I
I
think
agree.
that you know people's mental health and well-being and their wellness is the most important time of this time period because things like these are hurting people because it's hurting people's
Mm-hmm.
pockets. People pockets, your pockets is connected to your emotions for some reason. Like in our society, money is connected emotionally to us. If we don't have money, we have mental breakdowns. That's just what happens for some reason. And I think that I've honestly, to be real with you, since I've been an entrepreneur, that emotional connection to money has went away.
Now, is it money or the stability?
I guess you could say that it goes hands in hands. When you have money, you have
Mhm.
stability, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I think for me as an entrepreneur, like there's not always sustainability sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you eat, sometimes you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I think the good thing about what for me is that my family is so very, very supportive. So I think
Hmm.
that when it comes to people around you, like just check up in on, like call them, like, hey, you good? Like I think that me and my line brothers, like we had our first conversation, all of us in like a year. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
You know what I'm saying? More, we talked to all of us together. Like I talked to some more than others. You know how I do.
Hmm.
But I think that if anything you take away from this conversation, man, it's the mental side. I think it's important that we all check on each other and make sure that people are good. And I know we talk about collaboration, things of that nature, but these are times these to have conversations with other people, you know, and just make sure that you guys they're good. Like even if it's not working, like check on your if you got a homie that got a clothing brand, like check in on them. Hey, what you got
Hmm.
going on? You know what I'm saying? If you got someone got a magazine, like, hey, what kind of content you can I help you out in some form of fashion? You know what I'm saying? Can I just shoot a post up, whatever it may be?
Hmm.
These are the times where we can help people the most from a support factor. So
Because we have the time, people. While we have the time, let's be as productive as possible. Brother,
of course,
you know I always appreciate you.
you know, I
I
appreciate y'all,
can't wait
man.
till we I can't wait till we get up out of this. We
Hey,
gonna
when
run
we
it
get
up,
out of
but
this, I'm throwing a party, and
oh, I'm there.
we get
I'm
hey
there.
we I've been having all these wine and liquor companies hit me up about partnerships, so we about to go crazy.
Absolutely.
I
Hey,
appreciate
but
y'all,
look,
man.
make sure though before you guys plan this party, make sure y'all got some product so that I can go ahead and come up in
We're gonna have a
there.
lot of product. I got you. We got you. We
in
got you. They
so
coming.
yeah,
Y'all coming.
I
We'll let y'all
definitely
know. If y'all haven't, please follow the brand Philly. Please, if you are my follower, if you follow us, Web Brands, please follow Q Gentleman. Follow my guy. They are amazing, man. They do amazing things within the community. Please follow them, man, and just look out for new product. Look out for everything. We love y'all. We love you. We love y'all
but
brand.
shout out to everybody with the comments. I'm trying to pay attention, but this last comment, okay.
I don't know. Okay, all right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
now.
guys, yes, you heard them. Make sure you guys are following and supporting Brims.
And I'll
We
be hitting
believe.
y'all up too about the conversation as well.
I appreciate that. Follow them at Where Brims. Follow up. I mean, well, you guys are clearly following us because you're tuned into our live. Pay attention to everything we're doing. Pay attention to everything they're doing. Archie, I appreciate you. Go ahead and continue to be intentionally creative with what you guys have going on.
Of course,
And
of course.
I'll be talking to you soon
For sure, man. I
because
appreciate you.
I
Thank
need that
you.
info. And
And
I
I
need that
got you.
orange hair.
I got you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. I know. I just want to say this one last thing. I want to say thank y'all. Y'all have done a lot for us within this last year. I remember when y'all we had that big post go up. That shit did numbers, and I want to say thank
It
you.
did.
It did. I
And
want
I
to say thank you.
appreciate y'all for that too.
Yeah, I want to say thank you from the bottom of our heart. Like we really appreciate y'all all the help that y'all added value to our brand. Like I've added a lot of credibility to our brand, just from that post alone, from that article alone. So I say thank you, and we're gonna look out for y'all for sure.
I appreciate it.
And
I
if you got some
appreciate
extra
it.
bevel,
I
you
really
got some
do.
extra bevel.
I mean,
Just think about
go ahead, see, I let you
it.
know. And I'll be talking to you real soon. And
For sure,
everybody
definitely.
that's been tuning in, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, sharing your lunch with us.
For
And
sure.
we'll be talking to you guys very soon. We have some more things coming up. Pay attention to our social media. We got some more coming up tomorrow. So appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
All
Peace.
right. All right, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your lunch, the rest of your day, and we'll be talking to you soon.